And I know also there are a lot of talks out there that permanent life insurance, like you mentioned, could be an investment vehicle. And I do want to talk a little bit more about that here, Christy, because I think there is a huge mis perce- uh, conception out there
Mhm.
that permanent insurance is supposed to last forever, and if I use that to fund my retirement, that's supposed to last me as well, where there's cash that I can tap into because it built value on its own, as well as there's a benefit for my family to cover final expenses if something were to
Yeah.
happen to me, right? We do want to caution you with that. And of course, when you have these type of conversation with your agent and you want to design your permanent life policy as an investment vehicle to help diversify your retirement planning, or maybe
Mhm.
even,
Sure.
use it more towards your retirement, we do want to caution that you want to work with your agent and go through the illustrations, understand all the moving
Yeah.
parts around it personally. And I could be wrong, but this is my personal take on these type of permanent policy that people use for retirement. Is know what you're buying, know what you're getting
Sure.
into. As Christy mentioned, the cost for permanent insurance is quite higher because it does offer a lot of benefits. So if you think about if you're investing some sort of, um, in your money into something, you want a lot of that money to be grown, right? Not to go into fees and costs to maintain a
Sure.
policy.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I would add too is, you know, uh, think of it as like an addition that you can add into your retirement portfolio. I don't know how you feel about it, Christy, but I would not recommend using it as the only retirement vehicle that
Absolutely.
you
Right.
have.
Yeah.
So, and the reason why we want to stretch on this part too is because if it costs a lot of money to maintain the policy, well, how much do you think the money that you invest into it is actually being used to grow your nest egg, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or is
It's
it,
very
or are you just
dependent
paying?
on right, it's dependent on, the interest that it's earning throughout the years, so where that can fluctuate, that's like you mentioned, it's just very important to understand the illustration and understand really exactly what's happening with that policy and with that money that you're putting into it.